just have a contour gauge tacking, grinding, tacking. This repair wasn't easy at all, especially for someone at a beginner level like me. It took a lot of fettling, grinding down small amounts of steel here and there to get the shape perfect. I didn't get it perfect though, but for a first attempt I'm happy, and there's a lot of room for improvement. It took a lot of levering the various bits of steel to get it to a nice even finish. Some parts looked off during the tacking process, so I tried to use the heat from the tacks to help bend and form the small patches in place. As you can see, it didn't really work. Unfortunately, I cannot make it. Story of my life, I guess. Need to get my air compressor back on. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty nice. I don't think it shows up on camera, but in person it looks nice. I'll just have to do something about this angle. Just no template. But yeah, where it's ugly over here, I'll just smash some body filler on it, as you do. But yeah, probably needs to come down a little bit, and then make these two angles match, and then yeah, that's good. All right, I just have a contour gauge. Just took the contour from the other side and just comparing it to this side. So you can probably see that here we'll probably need some body filler down on the bottom. On the left hand side, sorry I can't take my hand off this. Probably need some body filler up top. And I just need to make sure I get that curve right. I can probably finish it with body filler. But yeah, I will need some body filler up here for sure. Just to make sure I get the curve, but I won't know how to do it until I get the doors back on and double check to make sure that I've got everything all right, because the doors will line up and show you where it's high and where it's low. Yeah. Right, here we are, tacked in, and yeah, I've just done it so it's not proud of the original steel. I didn't finish everything tonight that I wanted to do. Like, I thought that I was going to have this done, the other patch done under the wheel arch, have the brace removed, doors back, and it should make it easier, make it pretty easy for me to get it pretty close. I've got a template right here, which I will make up for the top piece, and then quickly make that up and zip it on. Alrighty, this wheel nut too, so I've trimmed the front. I didn't want to have it hang over and do a lap weld and then kind of like, just because it's too much steel being removed, and also it comes across and too much time. I can just fill it up to little ticks and should be right. So I managed to cut the tack off and cut the tack off and push that side in, and it came out okay. Happy with that. I could probably hammer it in a little bit more. Probably not. Actually, I'll wait. All right, here we have it. After much tacking, grinding, tacking, grinding, and more tacking and grinding, we had the result. It's not perfect. It will need body filler, but I've got all the welds down pretty much as possible as far as I can go. Yeah, put some body filler over it, and then I'll hang the doors, and we'll see how close or far it is. Cool, exciting stuff. Before I did that though, there was some more rust I needed to fix. In this section of the floor, there was rust alongside where it meets the wheel arch panel. The floor is double skinned and the wheel arch is single skinned. All three panels had holes in them. The rust is hidden beneath a layer of seam sealer, but it was pretty visible to anyone who would have pulled back the carpet. The extent of the rust, however, was only revealed once I had picked the seam sealer off and poked around with a screwdriver. It took me a while to work out a decent strategy to attack this rust. It was pretty complicated because 3 layers of steel had to be cut at an awkward angle, and welding it in was difficult too, just due to the access. It became pretty clear how to do this though, once I had made a few cuts in the layers of steel. Off camera I chiseled apart spot welds on the wheel arch panel and split that from the two inner panels. Alrighty guys, here is our setup. I've got all my protection, wet cardboard, rubber floor mat on the inside, and there's our patch. So I'm just going to tack that in. I've put a few tacks on it, but I'll go ahead and grind off some of the paint off the steel, just so it welds up a bit nicer. Put some old wet paints underneath, like they're underneath the frame of the vehicle, because there's diesel lines that run underneath, so they're wet and they'll protect against any sparks, if any. Yeah, and I've got a piece of steel in there. I wanted to put steel above it, but yeah, can't really fit in that gap. Alrighty guys, I've got the inside done, so that's good news. It's not going to win any beauty pageants, but it is what it is. It looks ugly, especially around the corner. I did cut through a lot, so I had to fill those up. I'll just leave it as is, and yeah, I will cover it with seam sealer and then go over it with primer, and yeah, I'll fill it in. See that gap there? That's actually a gap. The panel on the outside is just spot welded to it, and then seam sealer. Alright, here we are guys. I've just got the outside piece of steel mocked up. I need to cut it some more. I've got 3 holes for spot welds, 4.5mm diameter I believe. Yeah, I've just got to trim that, and then yes, get to tacking. Hung the doors off camera and got the repair to a point where I was happy with it. Unfortunately, due to my lack of metal shaping skills, I wasn't happy with the rear edge of the repair. I ground the steel too far and filled it with weld and then ground that down. But I got it to a point where I felt that it was close enough and I could finish it with a reasonable amount of body filler. This is an important part of the process as it lets you see how the repair looks and lines up with body lines. While my repair was not as great as I'd like, and I will come back to it later with more body filler and primer, I would 1000% recommend refitting adjacent panels to check that your repair looks okay. I put 3 layers of primer on the repair, allowing roughly 10 minutes between coats for it to flash off. When priming, it's really important to allow each coat to properly flash off, otherwise it will run, sag, like my floor repair, or not cure properly. And you want the primer to build up in a thick layer so it fills any imperfections. It gives a lot of material to be sanded and shaped, and also hide some of them scratches from coarse sandpaper.